Welcome back. The podcast Conversations with C&C, the podcast and platform where we chop it up and we talk about things that are connected and pertaining to race, therapy and culture. So whatever we speak about, those three pillars will always have an underpinning when it comes to our conversations. And it's where we look at exploration, so the 3 E's, exploration, sharing our experience, whether that's both professional or personal, and sharing some of our expertise. So we just want to say thank you again for journeying with us, whether that is listening or viewing, however you're choosing to take in the pod. We just want to say thank you. And we know you can see the bell at the bottom, the subscribe, logo. Press the bell, subscribe, and stay in tune to what we're doing. So as soon as it drops, you get it first. But yeah, I go by the name of Claude Murray, or you can call me C. I'm an integrative therapist, clinical supervisor, do other bits and pieces, but a father at heart, and a mentor at heart. Just happy to be here. I'm with my guy. Yeah, man, the dojo expert, the specialist. He'll give you a 1-2. We call him the hairline champ. Beanie Man would have said the gal them sugar, but he's married, so people behave yourself. But yeah, with my good friend.
Yes, right.
Yeah. I'm with Doc.
Oh man, you got some wicked introductions, man. Bless you, man. Bless you. Make me feel like a young man. And I am a young man.
You are, Doc.
Still, I'm feeling good. Go by the name of Carl Barge, psychotherapist, lecturer, trainer, teacher, educator. Throw that in. And a father. Shout out to Zakia, just turned 27 on Thursday. Grown folks.
Come on, happy B-Day, man.
Yeah, grown, but still my baby.
Yeah.
Because when I see her, she's a big woman.
Yeah.
But I still see the little child, the little girl. The little girl. Yeah. So yeah, we had a lovely lunch the other day and lovely conversation. She likes some Prosecco. So yeah, we had some rosé Prosecco and it was so lovely. Yeah, in the sun. Lovely terrace restaurant, panoramic views. It was lovely. But I'm well. Good to be back on the green couch, sofa, apparatus. Yes.
Come on. So Doc, let's dive in, man. Check in.
Yes.
So you've had this lovely time with your daughter. I've heard parents say that no matter how old their children become, they'll always be there like babies. And but yeah, how's Doc doing in the here and now?
It's a great question. In the here and now, I'm feeling good, and I know we're gonna get into this, but I think I'm feeling better within myself because I've cut out certain things. And I say certain, I'm really intentional about what I'm eating.
Okay.
Really intentional, and it's intermittent, so it's not I'm just cutting all things out straight away. I made this smoothie, yeah.
Okay.
And this smoothie has spinach, baby spinach,
okay,
avocado, spinach, avocado, cucumber, yes. You could do apples. You want green apples, red apples, whatever kind of apples you want to put in there. You put that in there. And you put water in there. So yeah, that's it. So I got the spinach, I got the cucumber, I got the avocado. What's else I put in there? Yeah, that's it. Spinach, yes. Whiz that up. Chill it. Yeah. So it's cold when you have it. And that that mix gives you such a kick of energy. It boosts your energy, man, because it's greens.
Yeah.
The greens, and the guy who came up with this concept says we don't get enough vegetables. We don't get enough of our greens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as a result of that, I feel energetic, and I feel that I am. I'm thinking more about what I'm ingesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So as a result of that, here and now, I feel well within myself. I don't feel lethargic.
Yeah.
Don't have a lot of. I'm not getting up first thing in the morning. I need that sugar.
Yeah.
To get me started.
So is it a daily intake?
It's daily.
Okay.
It's daily.
Even on Saturdays?
No days off, bro. You told me that.
No days off. All right. So guys, viewers, listeners, you heard Doc. Yeah. He said it's daily, no days off.
Yes.
So we got a deal then.
Yes. Yeah.
The deal is the next time we film.
Yes.
I need a little bottle or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Standard. Yes.
So
man.
guys, the next episode you're gonna see me with this special potion. Yeah. No, it sounds like the one.
It is.
Yeah.
What does he call it? Alka-Pfizer.
Alka-Pfizer.
That's what he calls it.
Okay. So you're feeling good within and yeah.
Yeah. How about you, sir?
Temperature check, TC. The AC's freezing.
Real
like
talk.
I can't even lie. The arms, like I'm trying to find. Yeah, there's this controller in the building. Controls. I'm just being real, right? Like we just, my arms are freezing. Yeah. So viewers, if you see me doing I'm trying to keep warm still. Like, man hasn't even got a jacket, so it's kind of techie. But yeah, no, in the here and now. Feel good being here. Outside of the space, it's been a very eventful, fun few weeks. Some real quality time with Azriel, and we just, we'd be outside. The new outside, the grown outside, as opposed to the outside that we once knew. But yeah, no. So as a result of that, feeling blessed by it. Creating golden moments, as I like to call it.
Wow.
Moments that we can look back on together when we're getting older. So I'm feeling good in the here and now. It feels like there's been a week of like a lot of inquiries, potential, some positive inquiries, which I won't say too much, but yeah, just, the horizons are looking really good, really good. So yeah, Doc, man, I'm there. I'm there, as them would have said. Me there. Up on the ends. But yeah, so today, man, like we were loosely speaking, about health, and I think it was G mentioned, Doc, you know what? Looking well, and we've just been talking about like food and because we like food, right?
Yeah.
We can eat, but we've just been talking about like health, and health is a massive concept. It
is.
It's not just physical, it's not just spiritual, it's not just emotional, it's all and more. And within health, there's the term that we've been kind of using quite a lot recently, relationship. What's our relationship with?
Yes.
And then you fill in the blank.
Right.
So yeah, man, talk to me, Doc.
That's the one. If we had to, our strap line for today. So for our listeners, our viewers, is when it comes to relationships. So, our relationships with each other, our relationships with, partners, our children, our work colleagues, you name it, relationships with. Now, when it comes to your relationship with those individuals and if there's any ruptures with all of those that I've named and haven't named, if there's any type of rupture there, is your go-to move your relationship with food in order to bring you the comfort that you need, you require from what you're not getting from that relationship that maybe there's that rupture or whatever. So we all have our comforts that we would run to, right? Whatever it may be, but because we're talking about, our relationship with food today, per se, how is your relationship with food? I know for me, I have to go back to my early experience and tough times. Tough times, perhaps maybe not enough to eat. So, fast forward, when I do have the money, am I buying those things that I know that are not good for me? I know that they're not good for me, but I buy them anyway because of what happened back then. Because I want to make sure I have everything that I need. Everything that I need, but perhaps I didn't have back then. So for me, my relationship,
I just said, wow.
Yeah.
Just as you was talking, so it's cut your train of thought. Just how it's possible to feed ourselves from a place of deficit.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. From a place of deficit. We're feeding, that's astute. That's yes. Yeah, that's on point, man. Because that tells me, because of that relationship with that particular piece of food, I'm psychologically, right? Because we're talking about well-being, your physical well-being, but also psychologically, what is that piece of food giving you? What is it providing for you, right? And we know that comfort comes in many different forms.
That's right.
So if we're talking about like over here, I can get it, but I don't participate in it because it's just pure sugar. So something like Captain Crunch, the breakfast cereal, right? The one with the berries.
Yeah.
And like when I go home on holiday, it's like the first thing I want to do, we're going to get some food shopping if I'm staying with moms or my aunt or my sister. I'm going to get some groceries in the house, right? I go down, and you imagine in the States, when you go down the cereal aisle, yeah? The cereal aisle is, man, if you haven't been to a supermarket in America and you know what your experience of supermarkets is over here, there's no comparison.
I went to New Jersey in 92.
Go ahead.
And that's when I first was introduced to Cheerios.
Yes.
And just the array of options. There was
so many.
The colourful, there was these colourful little balls. I can't remember the name of them, but yeah, it was just, as a kid, I was in heaven, cereal heaven. I was like, man, God, you've come early for me. I'm here. Yeah.
And the thing is, you were 12.
Yeah.
And then, if I say maybe, say 10 years ago, I'm in my 40s, and I still would act like a 12-year-old going down that aisle. Yeah, because I'm here now. I need to get me some of them. I need to get Captain Crunch with the berries. With the berries. Yeah. And it's something about, we can look at it. So you look at the back of that box, ingredients, nothing but pure tea sugar. Nothing but sugar. And so we take a deep dive into the psychology of what, say, sugar lobbyists are doing. They want us to remain ignorant. They want us to continue to, let's put it this way. In the 1970s, there was, in America, we say in America, we could probably say it over here as well, you didn't know nothing about type 2 diabetes. Yeah, it wasn't a thing. We didn't know anything about the different behavioral issues that are out there today. Yeah, we didn't know. It wasn't happening. You know, you go out your house. You were out your house from sun up to the street light came on. Yeah. Ripping and running, and you could have done 20 different things that during that course of that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But that does not happen today. And I say that to say that you can go down to conspiracy, go down that rabbit hole, if you will. But we know that there are, when it comes to big business, when it comes to keeping people the way that they are today, it's big money.
Yeah.
It's big money. So, that's for me, we have it's the psychology of it.
Yeah.
But it's also your lived experience of it when it comes to your relationship with food. And even though we know that there are certain things that we shouldn't have, we still continue to have them. And the thing is, and then that self-talk that we give to ourselves, I believe, is, well, I deserve it. I work hard. I make this. I'm the one paid this. We can come up with all kinds of rhetoric in order to support.
You're singing, man. You're singing.
In order to support that mindset.
Yeah.
So here's the distinction for me: that fixed mindset in relation to food, right? You can have a fixed mindset in relation to food, and have a growth mindset when it comes to you educating and building yourself up and bringing yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when in one area of your life you could be on point, but then in the other area you could still be stuck.
Yeah. As you're talking, I feel like at some point, we need to get a nutritionist on the show just to really dice it up. I think that would be really important.
Well said.
For us, but just for our listeners, because we all have a relationship with food, and the types of food and that we eat and the consumption. So Doc, you spoke about the smoothies at the beginning, and reviewing. Sounds like you've been doing a review audit of just like health in general, but intentionally looking at food. Like what else are you doing different in the terms of like food, health? Yeah.
Well, it's in relation to food. It is gotta get rid of, because the thing is, for me, there's my brother. When it comes to ice cream, I like my ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, I didn't know this. This is news.
Yeah. I love ice cream. But since my late 30s, ice cream don't like me.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you asked me that question. So for me, it's about education.
Yeah.
I need to educate myself around food.
Yeah.
So I know I like ice cream, but ice cream doesn't like me. What am I going to do about it? Yeah. Can't be going around in circles and circles and going around and round and round this circle when you know that something, I know, they know, everybody know it's not good for you. And don't care. And here's the thing, even about milk, there was it still may be going on. There was a exhibition, some months ago, at the Welcome Center, in Houston, right? Yeah. And the whole exhibition, milk. Okay. And you wouldn't think to the depth that this exhibition discusses milk, but the historical relevance of us understanding the whole process of milk. So they put it like this, and I think it's in the UK as well. But I know in America, FDA, because cows, they produce pus, right? If they're unwell or whatever the case may be, but there's something, I forget the whole, the scientific aspect of it. But it is, they produce pus, and what they say is, or what they said is, because they know that cows produce this pus, and in order to continue to sell milk, they had to accept certain levels of pus within the milk. Yes. This is, people do their research. You can find out for yourself. Don't have to take my word for it. This is something that I learned. I don't know the whole ins and outs. But I have enough of an understanding to know that when you have something that people enjoy, and you can make money from it, right? You're going to do what you need to do. Cash cow. Forgive the pun, right? Yeah, cash cow. So they use, and now they're saying, well, because of the way the world is today, that particular thing within that cow is increasing. Wow. So we need to adjust the levels of what's acceptable pus to be in the milk.
Nice.
Yes. So when it comes to, I need to educate myself around sugar, because there are more than, let me put it this way, from the list that I've seen, and this list comprises of 65 different types of sugar. Yeah?
Wow.
And these different types of sugar are in everything. And everything, because when it comes to our palate and our taste buds, you buy, you're gonna have a, I don't know, what do you say, a spag bowl. You want to get, unless you have the wherewithal, you're gonna buy that jar of tomato sauce, right?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
If it's not the first, it's the second. On that bottle, one of the first or second ingredients is sugar. Yeah. Why do you need to put sugar in tomato sauce?
Yeah.
It's because of our taste buds, our palate. Because we are so accustomed to having sugar in everything.
Yeah.
When it's not there, what they call refined sugars, when they're not there, what's going on? Something is not being sated here. Where's my sugar? So refined sugars are in so many of the things we eat. So when we talk about being intentional, I talk about being intentional. I have to be intentional about the things that I am ingesting now, because I want to live to the promise. But as well as that, I want to be able to have a quality of life in those elder years.
Because I was going to ask you, what's been the driver? And
yeah, that's it. Because I see so many of us.
Yeah.
When we're talking about 70 is not old these days.
Not at all.
Right. So I don't want to get to 70 and I'm like.
Yeah.
Or my ankles are.
Yeah.
My joints, and I say at 70, Caleb is going to be 14. Say.
Wow.
Yeah. I want to be able to, you're talking about,
roll and go out.
Yeah. I want to still be able to kick his butt in basketball, you know what I mean? Yeah. Because the jumper is still there.
Yeah. You play basketball, though?
Yeah. From high school. Junior high.
Yeah.
As an 8-year-old, basketball.
Okay. Because that's Azzy's thing at the moment.
Yeah.
We've been shooting hoops at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow!
That's been a part of our. I need to talk. Yeah, we'll talk, man. So you've been educational. So you're doing your research. being intentional, what you're cutting out, what you're putting in, and you spoke about your driver. You spoke about your driver, about like wanting not just to get older, but wanting to live the quality and healthy life.
Still want to walk upright.
Yeah.
Well into my 80s.
Yeah.
You know, I can share this. I mean, my aunt. Something about August. There's a few birthdays within. So my grandmother, who passed away, her birthday was on the 12th of August. She would have been 98. I think she passed when she was 92. And my aunt's birthday was on the Wednesday. She turned 73.
Okay.
So, Auntie, you know, it's only like 14 years between us.
Yeah.
Good for your age. And so she's in America. It's like, what you doing tonight? And for those who know about those restaurants in America, say, I'm going to Red Lobster. I need some fish. Going to Red Lobster, get some of them cheesy biscuits, man. You see what I mean? See that? See that? You see, it just takes me right back there.
Your eyes lit up like you were there. You were there. Way up. Yeah,
you forgot about us, homie. So it's so much. It's so much to. It means so much. Let me put it this way. It means so much to me to think, to forecast. How am I going to be? Right? You know, I get up. You know, knees are cracking and things like. Okay, yeah. But and here's the thing: if you're not looking after what you have today, will it look after you?
Yeah.
And so we need to be, and I'm saying the rule we need to be doing these things today to ensure that we are able to do those things when we are older.
Yes. Yeah, no, definitely. I hear that. And it makes me think of, again, previous episode, it was rings and stovetops.
Yes, that's one of your favorite ones.
Yeah. And we were looking at the different rings and, areas in our lives and health. You know, season 2, that was like, I remember saying one of the rings is trying to be really intentional with health and,
because you've been on your own journey.
Yeah.
And you can see it, man. You can see it.
Man.
Yeah. You look good, bro.
Yeah, it's been so intentional. I got to a point where I was just like, man, Lord, you got to do something really, and I got a good friend of mine. We hadn't seen each other for several years, and then we went out once for a meal, and we didn't see each other for a little while again after that. And he was like, nah, Claude, I need to speak to Claude about his health, man. And we just never got a chance to connect where he felt he could tell me, and it's funny because then we met back up. He was like, he saw me and he was like, oh, bro, do you know what? I'm so happy, because when I saw you, I was like, I need to speak to Claude about his weight and his health. And and he was just saying like how he was waiting for the right time for us to be, because we don't hang out and see each other regularly. And he was just like, oh, bro, I'm so happy that whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And I think I had to start reviewing what I was putting into me, so we're conduits, aren't we? Like we said that we're, engaging and interacting with the community at different levels, and promoting health and mental well-being. And I just remember looking, at self, like in terms of physical health. It's like, bro, you gotta do something. So if you don't, your heart, we know it's not uncommon for people to be having heart attacks when they shouldn't be, and I was like, for everything I need to be doing, that I am doing in life, my body needs to be on point,
Absolutely.
And I just had, I had that honest dialogue with myself, like, bro, you're carrying too much weight. You're not the tallest individual, and the amount of weight that you're carrying, And I remember I had so I've got long-term ACL injury, and I had keyhole surgery in my knee over 10 years ago, and every now and then my knee just kind of it can just click out of place, and then when it does, it's a madness, and I got to go to the hospital. And I remember speaking to the doc, and I don't think he talks to all patients like this. He found out my profession, and I think he just kind of cranked it up, and he just gave me, with the last episode we said you can't run away from truth. Doc gave me the truth.
Wow.
He's like, bro, like, you need to sort it out, man. Like, yeah, you need to fix up, more or less. That's how I internalized it. And I was already at that point of like, no, see, you need to fix up with your health, and you need to look at what you're eating. You need to look at training, and that conversation that me and him had was like almost like the final, the final reminder, the final bit of inspiration. So, like, since October 22, I've been training every day, 5 days a week. I'm part of a PT camp. Salute to Nick Templar, man. I know I've been shouting at people in a few episodes. I've got to shout out my guy, man. Amazing PT. He's 55, and you would never think. And he's militant with it. He does. We like to talk. We like to have dialogue. He's not hearing it, but he's like, no, this is what we're doing. We're cracking on, and he sticks it on you. From a place of like wanting the best, it's that dad's army sergeant major vibe, and but yeah. So I say that to say, I've been training with him and a group of other individuals since October 22, 5 days a week, and at present the only times I'm not training if it's like I'm on holiday or I'm unwell or there's some work, or it's childcare, but I'm trying to get in there 5 days a week at minimum. Which meant like I had to review the time I was going to bed, which meant I had to review the time that I'm eating, what I'm eating. So as a result, and I don't mind sharing this, I'm still on my health journey, and I think how I've tried to approach it is it's a lifestyle. It's not working towards a summer body or this event that's coming up, and I need to fit into this tuxedo, and then it's after the event that middle button on the blazer pops. Real talk. So I've had to have an intentional, we use the word divorce, right? Had to divorce the way that I view eating, living, and just being, I was that guy, yeah man, it's Friday, I've earned it, let me just so I've cut out red meat. I'm not saying that I wouldn't eat red meat, but like I've cut out red meat, cut out rice, and replaced rice with like couscous and grains and quinoa, but so that's, and I've realised that the kitchen has almost been like another gym. So how I'm treating the kitchen, so the time I'm eating and the time I'm going to bed, so I'm going to bed, much more earlier, like 9 o'clock at times. I'm in bed. That's the goal, and then I'm up, before 5 o'clock, and in the gym at, maybe 10 to 6, and I don't mind saying, like, I was a triple XL t-shirt, like, and I've, through training with, the PT guy, my guy Nick, and the others, and the motivation, and watching what I'm eating, I've gone down to a medium. Accountability. Back to what we were saying, right? And it's raw accountability. Like, and it's the accountability that I needed. I really needed, because it wasn't good. And there were times, I won't lie, it's been tough. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, and being challenged, being challenged, the style of PT and being like, wow, this is mad. This feels like guerrilla warfare. And being like, nah, you know, there's mornings I'm having to almost like uppercut the pillow, fly kick the duvet to get out of bed.
Let it go.
Just like, and it's a real, but when I'm not training, when I've not been able to train for whatever reasons, my body has felt it, you know, so yeah, I guess I'm just saying my relationship with health from a physical perspective is I'm trying to create a lifestyle. And if for whatever reason I miss a session, I'm not beating myself up, because it's like, this is a lifestyle as opposed to working towards a moment or working towards an event. I'm trying to create and cultivate a sustainable lifestyle that I'm going to benefit from when I'm older, as well as Azrael. You know, and
that's rich, man. That's powerful. You know, and so many levels, because I'm hearing that there is when you talk about this, it is a lifestyle, because you've had to change your mindset in relation to it. And also, I think for a lot of us, and listeners as well, viewers, when someone comes along and they are showing you the change that you desire, but you balk, you kick off because of the way that they're telling you that you need to do this thing, that's when, you know, essentially the pavement hits the road there, right? Because that's when you have to decide. And I like that idea of, you know, it is what we're moving towards is not, it's not the event.
No.
It is not the, and that's where I believe we become unstuck so often. So what I heard from what you said, it's we have to come at this thing with humility.
Yes.
We have to be humble. We have to humble ourselves in order to become the change we want to become. Because you're going to hear some things, you may see some things, you may not like certain things, but that's the work, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the work.
That's the work.
That's the work. And I'll be, you know, really frank, like, you know, amongst my peers, and I think even yourself, we've had conversations about, like, I can be boundaried, I can be disciplined, in many areas of life. But I looked in the mirror, you know, and my thing's receipts. Okay, you said X, Y, and Z. Where are the receipts? So you say you spread a lot of love. Where are your receipts? Like, who's experiencing the love that you say that you share? Or you're kind, or you know, this is what you do. Where's your CV? Where are the receipts? Is this all in your mind? You know, are you just saying this because it feels good? And I had to review my relationship with boundaries and discipline. Boundaries and discipline. And I was like, okay, cool, I am boundaried in these areas. When I looked in the mirror, the receipts of my physical frame said you have no discipline and you have no boundaries. You have none.
See, that's powerful, man.
None.
Yeah, that's powerful.
And I had to sit with that. And like, what are you now going to do? Are you happy with being disciplined and boundaried in these areas, but your physical frame that you need to be able to function in these areas that you are boundaried and disciplined in, your body can fail you.
My brother, there is our boxing analogies just come. You know, we know there's levels to the game, man. There's levels, and right then and there, I think you nailed it, because there's something. You know what you said, that what immediately came to my mind was that when someone hears the truth and they see the truth, but they disregard it. They say, "Yep, I know I need to do this. I know I need to do that. Pass me another donut." Yeah, we can know it intuitively, We can know it. But it's, as you say, it's the boundaries and the discipline. Do you have the discipline to overcome that which is keeping you in that place of being unwell? Because essentially what you're saying is, if I don't change this thing, I'm still going to continue to feel unwell.
Yeah, we can style it out and put whatever we want. Like, we know the concept of, the garden, using the leaves to cover up,
100
Genesis. We know the leaves have changed over the years.
Come on.
Over the centuries, those leaves have now become materials or, status or, a name or what. We can find leaves.
Yeah. I like this analogy. My pastor always uses is when we talk about relationships between whoever. You say for this description, say a man has a lovely wife at home, has the 2.4 kids, doesn't work is good, job is good, everything in life from the outside it looks good. However, he's the man with the eye, the wandering eye, if you will, and it comes out that he has had an affair. The wife finds out, everybody finds out. People are so disappointed. And we say, and the wife says, if he loves me, why did he do what he did? And what is often, I think what we misconstrue is that that man doing what he did, we know that it goes against everything that marriage stands for, right? So he's done what he's done. It does not mean that he did not love his wife. He was not disciplined in his love with his wife. We have to be intentional and boundaried with our love. If you're not disciplined in so many different facets in our life, you will become unstable. Right? So just as we have to be disciplined in the roles of, in our workplaces. You have to be disciplined as parents. Yes. Because you know what will happen if you say yes to everything your child wants. Oof. Yeah. So we have to be disciplined with them. And we have to be disciplined in our love. Because yes, I love my wife. And as a result of loving her, if every time I see someone or I see this particular person, I want to be with that person. And then if I keep thinking about it, and then I try to saddle up next to that individual, then I know what's being played out. I know the road in which I'm going down. And I'm not being disciplined in my love for my wife if I continue to do that.
It's crazy, Doc, because as you were talking, I just got mad that, like, COVID. COVID. I did not have a haircut for how many months? The beard was a madness. The hair was undone. Just looked like a caveman. A COVID caveman. And I've got the image in my mind, and it's almost like without the intentional time of going to the barber, the care, the money spent on getting a haircut, the journey to the barbers and getting it done, I'm a COVID caveman. My hair grows unruly, I'd start looking rough. And it's just like the trim makes you look fresh and whatever. as we were talking about boundaries and discipline, for me, I feel like, if I don't have those two pillars in my life, areas of my life can look like that COVID caveman. Unruly, just rough, and not looking and feeling. If you get what I'm saying, like
absolutely
the intentional time, and so I just think for me, where I'm at this stage of life, it is about trying to cultivate the life that I want, and being healthy, upstairs, in the penthouse in the mind, the middle floor, and physically, and it being a journey, and man, and sharing this not from a place of arrival, but just this is where we're at, because I know when G saw you, he was like, "Dog, man," and when I saw you, I was like, "Dog, you're looking well," and you said it to myself, and we started speaking about what there's been a shift, like what are we doing, and sharing those nuggets, and making a joke about, it's not really a joke, I definitely want some of that smoothie, but like you sharing, okay, this is what you're making, and someone can benefit from that.
Absolutely.
And I think health is a big thing, and there are so many layers to it. But I think what we're talking about today is like the relationship with food, but there's the things that we've done after the realization that something has to happen,
right,
and not staying at awareness, because awareness is great. What happens after awareness?
It's like this cycle of change, isn't it? Pre-contemplation, contemplation, action. So the awareness, you know what's going on. Action.
Yeah.
Make decision, then take action. You have to make that decision. We know pre-contemplation it's outside of your awareness.
Yeah.
But once you start to contemplate something because you know that it has that adverse effect, then okay, now we're cooking. You need to make that decision and take some type of action.
Yeah.
But something that you said earlier that it just, here's the thing, we're talking about this today, but we know as therapists, we are the worst people for it because we are notorious for not looking after ourselves. We look after everyone else and leave ourselves behind, which again goes back to that early experience of being seen. Am I being listened to? Am I being heard? Can I say this? So I think for me it is very much coming to that awareness. As I like to say, I think Kahn says it, Michael Kahn. It's beautiful to have insight, but insight alone is not enough. It's never enough. Because what are you doing with that insight? You can have all that insight. Yeah, take it. It's good for you.
Yeah.
But if you don't do nothing with it, it just remains where it is.
Yeah.
So, as, talking to potential therapists, counselors, psychotherapists out there today, those who are currently practicing, those on the cusp of becoming qualified, we need to get better at looking after ourselves. Yes. And if you start to look after yourselves better, it will improve. It will improve, I think, exponentially your practice. It will improve your practice.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about energy. You'll be more energized. You'll be able to see into your own that intrapsychic. You'll be able to see into your own patterns and what. And then as a result of that, you'll be more attuned to what your client is saying and what they're not saying.
Attunement. And the word, just like the word that popped up for me was alert.
Alert. Yes.
Like just being able to do everything that you're meant to be doing without like panicking. But no, man, I think Doc, us definitely getting a nutritionist. You know,
yeah.
I feel like there could be a part 2 to
Absolutely.
this. You know, we just did a little whistle stop of where we're personally at in the here and now.
It's a theme.
Yeah,
it's a theme that needs to. It's definitely.
Any takeaways?
Yeah, I think.
Any takeaways?
Yeah.
No fast food take.
Yeah. You're on the pun.
I'm on the pun, big pun.
Takeaways today. Wow, I think you sharing. You know, having someone who wanted to reach out to you, and share that, but you also looking in the mirror, and saying and being active. No matter how tough, because you knew it was going to be tough. Yeah, you knew it was going to be tough.
How tough it was going to be, I didn't even know.
I would say to you, we didn't know how tough, but you knew where you were starting from.
Yeah.
And so I make that assumption.
Yeah.
You know, but I think that as a result of making that decision, and what is being culminated today, you can see that you've made the right choice, and also, you know, you think about your time with Azrael. You know, we're talking about longevity now.
Come on.
Yeah, you're gonna be around that much more longer now.
Yeah.
As a result of the decision that you made that you would have made in, I don't know, September, but you actioned in October.
Yeah.
How about you, Doc?
I just think it's good to talk. That's the thing. It's just good to talk.
Yeah.
Good to talk, I think. Yeah. Good to talk in health. It's just so important. Yeah.
You hear it so often, right? Oh, you only have one life. You're only going to do this thing one time. Yes, you're only going to do it one time. What are you going to do? You're going to just sit and let it pass you by? Or are you going to be an active participant?
Yeah. I think on that one, man, question for the listeners and viewers, are you going to be an active participant? Guys, you know, grateful again for you guys, you know, rolling and riding with us, and we're just keeping it real and just, you know, being ourselves, and hopefully, you know, you got something from this, and we'll see you on the next episode. But before we see you then, ensure that you subscribe, and any comments that you might have, leave them in the comment section. And if there are any topics, as I said, you know, that you might want us to explore, do let us know. Until the next episode, keep on keeping on. Peace and love.
Peace.
Bless.